I got on a mean on pneumonia. The rats keep me up on these foes. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. I seen a new Bay alert. Gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost. Like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that. You gon' lose too. Dripping in ice. You looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, the MVP of Super Bowl 47, Joe Flacco, and the Baltimore Ravens as they get set to match up with Tyrod Taylor and the Cleveland Browns. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner is standing by to call the action. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And they'll run it here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll go on the ground. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Rolling the dice on 4th, Flacco. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Operating off play action. Flacco. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Flacco from the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd
Absolutely.
make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's that's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard after the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. They do snap it. Flacco now. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get... And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll go ground game here, the tailback. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And his throw here is incomplete. So we have reached... You want the third quarter on? Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Cleveland. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up in the half. We can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Joe Schobert. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Passing play, Flacco. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. His throw incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is...
They go play action here on first down. Crabtree with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. On first down, Flacco. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still third down.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Once more, it's Flacco. And incomplete here on third down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now it's Flacco. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Play action. Flacco. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Flacco. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 9. A big hook up there. Flacco to the speedster Brown. And even 40 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Flacco. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Third and goal, Flacco. And that is incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To pass, Flacco. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And fantastic field position has them just... And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. Now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. Keep the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be out. If I see them laying and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy, but later I'm calling the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie up. The big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Yo, it's get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get you fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a popo. No do they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got
gently. Angry and frustrated. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how it go when you broke. Now like mistletoe. My own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. I did nothing, I told her get gone. Gon' get that on your own. Ain't no not a thing. So I spend 90K on my rain. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you're not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big bands like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's time.
I got that chicken to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis that's light. Rape in the city that's light. LED look at the lights. We the ones.
Yeah, slow listen to the body. Yeah, why you want to make it go when you do it?
The ops on IG all the time. I go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce 255. I can't get fuck you with to groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. Derek ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. King of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it for FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smart. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut
your. Hey, we on live too. Just know that.
Limited Louis that's light. Rape in the city that's light.
We on live.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Nah, I just play with anybody.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, now he bowls him over. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First and 10, it's Jackson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Suggs in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. This throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it first and goal at the 6. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now instead of coming right back.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Prescott, he'll buy some time right. And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Check, watch the 4. Gun.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tag.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, Prescott buying time to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Terrell Suggs coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just a quickie. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start should move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Flush to his right. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your team.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Jackson forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Prescott on first down. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Prescott now from the 50. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And now running right through it. And he's got this down to the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
47.
A second down throw for Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Zadarius Smith in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Prescott to throw on 4th. And that's caught by Beasley. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The give is to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 15 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of effort.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And the Ravens taking the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Jackson being chased out left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Jackson now. He may try and run for this. The quick feet by. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cowboys have recovered. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. A dump off to Elliott. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Cooper was the intended target.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson buying time to his left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it?